As we all know, Primogems are running low after the last stacked versions, especially after Arlecchino, Clorinde, Citlali and Mavuika draining our pockets. And with version 5.4 bringing another set of strong banners, the big question is, who should you pull for? This update introduces both new and returning 5-star characters, each offering unique play styles and team synergies. With Sigewinne and Mizuki in Phase 1, followed by Wriothesley and Furina in Phase 2, the decision isn't easy. That's why we're breaking down every banner, analyzing their strengths, and helping you figure out which character is worth your Primogems. Starting with Phase 1, we have Yumemizuki, a 5-star Anemo Catalyst user making her debut in Genshin Impact. Mizuki is designed as a crowd control and reaction-based character, using the power of Anemo to gather enemies and trigger swirl effects. With her elemental skill, she enters the Dream Drifter state, where she floats above the ground and deals one instance of AoE Anemo damage to nearby opponents, creating a very unique play style. Meanwhile, her burst summons forth countless lovely dreams and nightmares that pull in nearby objects and opponents, dealing AoE Anemo damage, and summons a mini Boku that can either heal, based on her elemental mastery, or even explode and unleash a Munin shockwave, dealing one instance of AoE Anemo damage to nearby opponents. While Mizuki's playstyle is undeniably strong, it's important to remember that she will be added to the standard banner in version 5.5, meaning you might get her later without specifically targeting her. This makes her a risky pull if you're short on Primogems, since she could eventually come to you randomly from a standard wish. If you're running low on resources, she may not be the best priority right now. Alongside Mizuki, we have Sigewinne, a 5-star Hydro Bow user returning in Phase 1. Sigewinne specializes in healing and consistent Hydro application, making her a fantastic support unit for teams that rely on Hydro-based reactions. Sigewinne's elemental skill lets her release bolstering bubble bombs, which bounce between enemies, dealing Hydro damage based on her max HP and healing all party members except herself. After bouncing 5 times, the bubble disappears and restores HP to Sigewinne. If no enemies are nearby, the bubble will bounce around harmlessly. Holding the skill allows her to charge a larger bubble, increasing its damage and healing. Her elemental burst unleashes a wave of medicine and kindness, dealing AoE Hydro damage based on her max HP. Right before casting, she absorbs up to 2 nearby source water droplets to enhance the effect. However, compared to other Hydro units, Sigewinne lacks the offensive potential that many players prefer in their supports. While she is great at healing, her Hydro application is somewhat slow, and there are stronger alternatives like Furina or Kokomi who provide both healing and better Hydro uptime. Unless you really need a healer, Sigewinne may not be the best use of your Primogems. Moving on to Phase 2, we have the return of Furina, the beloved Hydro Archon. Furina is a 5-star Hydro Sword user with a unique ability to balance offensive support and healing. Her elemental skill summons 3 companions that damage enemies. With a charged attack, she changes her mode, and the companions turn into a passive statue healing allies, scaling with her max HP. Her elemental burst unleashes a massive Hydro wave that delivers heavy AoE damage before providing a massive damage buff to the team based on changing HP. Furina is an outstanding choice for players who want a character that enhances both damage output and survivability. She synergizes well with a variety of teams, from hyper-carry setups to reaction-based comps. She is still a must-pull in my opinion, and you should definitely get her if you don't have her already. You don't even need constellations for her to be overpowered, so if you missed her initial run, this rerun offers another opportunity to add her to your roster. Also returning in Phase 2 is Wriothesley, a 5-star Cryo Catalyst user with a unique punching combat style. His elemental skill lets him engage in melee combat with cryo-infused attacks. His elemental burst is a big punch that deals multiple instances of AoE cryo damage in a frontal area, further enhancing his offensive capabilities. Wriothesley is an excellent choice for those looking for a dedicated cryo DPS character, especially since he works well in freeze or melt teams. Compared to other cryo units, He brings a unique playstyle that combines fast-paced melee damage with steady cryo application. As for the potential 4-star characters appearing in version 5.4, leaks suggest we may see Mika, Sayu, Garu, and Changyin spread across the banners. Mika, a cryo polearm user, specializes in buffing physical damage dealers, making him a valuable support for characters like Eula. Sayu, an Anemo Claymore user, offers mobility and healing through her rolling ability and Daruma summon, making her a useful hybrid support. Goru, a Geobao user, is a must-have for Geofocus teams, providing defensive and damage-boosting buffs. Lastly, Changyin, a Cryo Claymore user, excels at cryo infusion and cooldown reduction, serving as a reliable sub-DPS or cryo enabler. Looking at both phases, I personally think Phase 2 is the better option for most players. Mizuki, while strong, will be available in the standard banner soon, meaning she isn't a must-pull right now. Sigewinne, on the other hand, is a solid support, but her role can be replaced by other, more flexible characters. In contrast, Phase 2 offers two extremely strong limited characters, both of whom have proven their value in high-level content. Furina remains one of the most powerful supports in the game, and Wriothesley is a strong cryo DPS with a unique playstyle. If you're saving up your Primogems and want to make sure you invest wisely, Phase 2 gives you much better value. I also think it's a good thing that Phase 2 is stronger than Phase 1 because it gives players more time to save up. Instead of feeling rushed to spend Primogems immediately when the update drops, free-to-play players and low spenders can take advantage of the extra few weeks to farm more wishes. This makes the game more manageable, allowing people to plan better and not feel pressured into making early decisions. By the time Phase 2 rolls around, players will have collected more event rewards, completed more commissions, and possibly pulled extra Primogems from Spiral Abyss and Imaginarium Theater resets. This kind of banner pacing is much more free-to-play friendly and ensures that those who want to pull for strong characters actually have the chance to do so. Ultimately, your decision should come down to what your team needs most. If you're in desperate need of a healer, Sigewinne is a great investment. If you want a Hydro Archon with incredible synergy, Furina is an excellent choice. If you enjoy fast-paced cryo DPS gameplay, Wriothesley won't disappoint. And if you're a fan of swirl mechanics and want a powerful Anemo character, Mizuki will be a great long-term investment. No matter who you decide to pull for, make sure you plan wisely and use your resources effectively. That wraps up the breakdown of version 5.4's banners. Whether you're saving up for a specific character or still on the fence about who to pull, hopefully, this guide helped you make a more informed decision. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts. Who are you pulling for in version 5.4? Let me know, and as always, I'll keep you updated with the latest Genshin Impact news and Primogem saving strategies. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your pulls!